Here's something I think people should understand. When we hear the word tariffs, we think of trade, we think of money, we think of economics. But throughout history, powerful countries have also used economic pressure before or alongside military pressure. Since World War II, look at countries like the United States. They've used sanctions, embargoes, trade restrictions, and major economic pressure before becoming militarily involved in that country. They did it to Vietnam. They did it to Cambodia. They did it to Cuba, Nicaragua, Libya, Panama, Iraq, Sudan, Yugoslavia, Serbia, Afghanistan, Syria, and Iran. Now, I'm not saying economic pressure will automatically lead to war or a conflict. Most of the time, though, it does. The historical pattern, it's a historical pattern worth understanding. Economic pressure can be one stage in a much larger global confrontation or a confrontation between countries. And America isn't the only one that has done this. Russia has done it to Georgia. In 2006, Russia banned Georgian wine, mineral water, and other products and restricted transportation. 2 years later, Russia and Georgia were at conflict, were at war. Did those restrictions cause the war? No. It's much more complicated than that, but it's just the typical pattern that follows. But economic pressure came first, then propaganda to make the citizens of that country to go against their own government. And this is the standard playbook of the United States. So when countries start fighting economically, it doesn't automatically assume it's just about trade. Watch the tariffs, watch the sanctions, watch what political demands are being made, and what politicians on both sides are saying, and watch what happens next. Because history doesn't necessarily repeat itself. It usually does, but not necessarily. But it can tell us that something bigger may be happening than over simply a disagreement over trade. Think about it. Why is Canada buying subs? Why is Canada developing its own military infrastructure? Why are they training in drone warfare? Why are they modernizing their military? You know, these are all things that you have to take into consideration when you look at the grander scheme and the grander pattern of things. By no means am I predicting this, but I'm kind of leaning towards it according to the patterns that I've seen, especially when I look back in history and what the United States has done in the past to other countries. Anyways, you stay deadly. Tell me what you think.